scrolling through Instagram posts, watching TikTok videos, sharing updates on Facebook stories. Social media has become such an integral part of our daily lives that it almost feels like we can't imagine living without it. Instagram, when it debuted in 2010, was just a simple photo-sharing app. And who could have predicted the cultural phenomenon that would be? What does this mean for our sense of identity and belonging in an increasingly digital world? Yet here we are in 2023 with over 5 billion people around the world using various social media platforms on a daily basis, and then found yourself having wasted 30 minutes or even hours without realizing it. You might be thinking, that's because I'm weak-willed, I need to control my screen time better. But here's the thing. Facebook's algorithms are designed to make it hard to pull away. Their goal is to maximize user retention and engagement. It's seeped into many aspects of our lives. There's a growing pressure to portray an idealized version of ourselves, which can be exhausting and even detrimental to our mental health. Have you ever thought about how the food you order at a restaurant is often as much about how it looks on Instagram as it is about the taste? Or how the background music you choose at a party is influenced by how it will appear on your Instagram story? The more you use the platform, the more data it gathers, leading to more accurate predictions about your interests, and ultimately more profits for it. Our choices are increasingly being shaped by how they will translate on camera, not just because we want to document our experiences. Recognize that these platforms aren't just fun, engaging spaces. If you find yourself constantly scrolling through videos about fitness and nutrition, make a conscious effort to shake things up. Are they aspirational, educational, or entertaining? Now consider the videos you share. And don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. As you continue to navigate these platforms, remember that you're not just a consumer of content, you're also a co-creator of the social media landscape. Your likes, shares, and comments shape the algorithms, influencing what you see and what others see. So take a moment to appreciate the power you have in shaping these platforms. Use it wisely, not just for yourself, but for everyone who shares this digital journey with you. Do they align with the kind of content you want to see more of in your own feed? By being mindful of the content we share, we can contribute to a more diverse and enriching experience for ourselves and others. Watch a comedy sketch, immerse yourself in a dance routine, or get lost in a travel vlog. By exposing ourselves to different types of content, we can break free from the echo chambers that these platforms sometimes create. They're businesses with complex motivations. While they offer us opportunities for connection and self-expression, they also present challenges to our mental health and sense of identity. But because we're also curating an image of ourselves for our online audience, and the more you use the platform, the more data Facebook gathers about you, which means the more effectively they can serve targeted ads, which means more revenue for them. So while the responsibility of managing our screen time and safeguarding our mental health ultimately falls on us, it is equally important to recognize how platforms like Facebook are designed to make it challenging for us to do so. Unlike Facebook or Instagram, TikTok's algorithm isn't based on connections or aesthetics. It's all about predicting what you'll enjoy the most. It tracks your views, likes, and shares to build a profile of your interests and then serves up content accordingly. In fact, TikTok has been accused of creating filter bubbles, showing each user only what it thinks they want to see, thereby limiting exposure to diverse viewpoints. It has a constant push and pull between our own willpower and the manipulative tactics of social media companies. If you love watching videos about fitness and nutrition, your feed will be filled with just that, making it easier for you to fall into the trap of believing that everyone else is as focused on their physique as you are. You might start comparing yourself to these influencers and everyday people who have turned their lives into fitness routines. Before you know it, you're feeling inadequate because you haven't achieved the same level of physical perfection that they seem to have. Suddenly, you're questioning your own self-image and considering drastic measures to transform your body. It's no longer just about sharing moments from our lives or keeping up with friends. What holds true for Facebook may not necessarily hold true for others, with influencers promoting unrealistic beauty standards and filters enhancing people's features. It is tough to know what to aspire to or how to feel comfortable in one's own skin. Remember, we're social creatures by nature. We want to feel like we belong. And when Instagram portrays an unrealistic and heavily filtered version of beauty as the norm, it can be disheartening and demoralizing for many. So let's take Instagram, for example, a platform that places a premium on visual content and aesthetics. Have you noticed how the rise of Instagram has influenced the way people dress, eat out, or even decorate their homes? It's as if everything is geared towards creating the perfect picture, the kind of picture that will garner lots of likes and positive comments on Instagram. Social media has evolved into a reflection of our values, interests, and even us. It has become a digital mirror reflecting back at us a curated version of ourselves that we want the world to see. But have you ever stopped to think about how much these platforms are shaping us? Not just in terms of how we spend our free time, but also how they're influencing our core values and sense of identity. When Facebook first launched in 2004, it was primarily seen as a way for college students to stay connected with their friends. But how accurate is this reflection? Are these platforms truly celebrating our diversity, or are they inadvertently pushing us all towards a homogenized version of perfection? Facebook, now known as Meta, has often been criticized for prioritizing user engagement over the mental well-being of its users. Studies have shown that using Facebook excessively can lead to increased feelings of loneliness, depression, and anxiety. Does this mean that using Facebook is inherently bad? Not necessarily. Everything in moderation, right? The problem arises when moderation becomes difficult, when pulling back requires immense willpower. That's precisely where Facebook's design choices come under scrutiny. Features like the See More button, infinite scroll feeds, and push notifications are specifically engineered to keep users engaged. They incentivize us to stay on the platform longer, often at the expense of our emotional health. Think about it. When was the last time you logged on to Facebook with the intention of spending just 10 minutes catching up on your newsfeed? As we dive deeper into this topic, remember that every social media platform has its own nuances. One of the most visible impacts of Instagram has been on body image. But Instagram's influence goes beyond just aesthetics. It's crucial to recognize that while Instagram offers a space for self-expression and creativity, it also encourages a certain performativity. And then there's TikTok, the social media platform that has taken the world by storm. The impact of this algorithmic curation is significant. Remember, this is exactly what TikTok thrives on, keeping you engaged and coming back for more. So how do we protect ourselves from these algorithms? One step is to be aware of them. Another step is to diversify our media consumption. Just as TikTok's algorithm can create filter bubbles, so can our individual preferences. But it's not just about what we consume. It's also about how we produce content. Think about the videos you watch on TikTok. This video was made to help you reflect on your relationship with social media. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up.